Hello students, today's learning objective is just solving an absolute value inequality that's a little bit more than just the basic one. The difference between this absolute value inequality and this one is this one just has an extra -3, and the extra -3 just happens to be on the outside of the absolute value. So you could probably even guess what we need to do. Get rid of this -3, and once it's gone, we can solve it like we did up here. To get rid of that -3, you just do its opposite or inverse. You add 3. You add 3. Once 3 is added to both sides, 5 plus 3 is 8. This side bring down the absolute value of x minus 4. Now you have an absolute value inequality that's basic, just like up here. It's almost exactly the same. Look, an 8, a less than sign, a 4. So you just draw the arrows. You write it exactly as you see it, except for without the absolute value signs. You write it like you see it in the absolute value, x minus 4, but you point the arrow the other way. And you make the integer the opposite, so -8. So there's two things you have to do. Flip the sign, flip the number. Sometimes there could be an equal sign there. And if there's an equal sign there, if you flip an equal sign, it still looks like an equal sign, and you just make the number the opposite. And it looks like we're going to add 4 to both sides, add 4 to both sides, write the lines to keep everything organized. -4 plus 4 is nothing. Just bring down the x we haven't touched. 8 plus 4 is 12. Bring down the x we haven't touched. The sign, -8 plus 4 is -4. And very similar to the last problem, this is something we should be able to graph. Draw a little line. Put some slashes on it. A -4 over here, a 12 here. Let's start with the 12. Put a circle on it. Don't fill it in because there's not a line under it. The letter's on the left, so you point it the way it's going. It's pointed to the left, so I'm going to point it to the left. I'm going to leave the arrow off in case they connect. Put the circle on the -4. Circle on the -4. Don't shade it in because there's not a line under it. The letter is on the left, so you point it the same way. It's a good thing I left those arrows off because they do connect. So very similar to the last one. That's how you solve an absolute value inequality when there's just a little bit more extra. Give it a try.